Hello, great and wonderful people. My name is Charles, and this is Charles Peter Inspirations. Today I want to speak on a topic I'm calling When the Brook Dries. This is the light from the scriptural story of Elijah. We all remember Elijah, the mighty prophet of God. When he one day went to Ahab, Ahab was the king of Israel and a very wicked king. And because God was not happy with what this king or the kingdom was doing, he pronounced a drought. And Elijah said that there is not going to be any rain on this land until I say. But let me tell you, something happened. Even when Elijah proclaimed the famine, maybe he had not thought about it, that he will also become a victim of the famine. And now, because the famine was already in place, Elijah, just like any other Israelites, had to rely on God's provision and God's guidance. The scripture says that God guided Elijah to go by a brook that was called Kishon, and he used to feed him using leavens. They would bring both bread and meat. That is what the scripture says. And he stayed there. He enjoyed life. I don't know what was happening about the other Israelites, but Elijah was there. And let me tell you that sometimes calamity would strike and affect both good and bad people alike. But let me tell you that God in his own way knows how to bring distinction. And within no time, the brook dried. Elijah maybe thought that, am I going to suffer the same fate like the rest of the people? But let me tell you that God was not in a crisis, wondering, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do with this prophet of mine? The scripture says that God redirected Elijah. He sent him to a widow who used to be somewhere called Zarephath, and that is where he was to remain for the whole period of the drought as God provided for him. What am I saying? That occasionally our brooks dry. It could be our savings in the bank account. You have been using them because of a hard situation that you are going through, and now they are dried. It could be somebody who has been sick and all your resources are gone, and you're wondering, God, how do I move from here? What do I do about it? It could be a situation that is beyond you. But I am here to tell you that there is a God who works on our behalf, even when the brooks of our lives dry. He has never cornered, wondering, what am I going to do? He always has a way planned for his faithful servants. The scripture says in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 17 and verse 7, sometime later the brook dried up because there had been no rain in the land. The brook may be dry, but God has a plan and a purpose for you. God bless you.